A solitary cyclist. The Amsterdam sky, the same one Rembrandt experienced from his attic salon as he taught students, glimmers like the underbelly of a herring. Its lambent ebullience shimmers upon the concentrically circled canals and etches sharply the tapering, scalloped edifices snuggled shoulder to shoulder. Hopping off my seat, I stare entranced by the singular, mercurial stratosphere. No one else is interested. Muttering wayfarers part around me, racing towards more earthly delights. They are in Amsterdam to partake of its boisterous nightlife, its endless taverns, and its notorious hedonism. And yet the silvered sky influences everything I observe as I ungainly maneuver the city's spidery lattice of bicycle routes. It darkens the outline of bare branches, deepens the flush tones of brick facades, brightens the shadows playing across alleys, amplifies the kaleidoscopic character of De Wallen, even glistens the many mullioned panes. It brings into focus hidden silhouettes and reconfigures the city into a shape-shifting enigma. No wonder Mondrian discovered the beauty of abstract color blocks here, and Van Gogh never forgot the scintillating steely monochrome of its harbors. I like to think of their ghosts pedaling alongside me, alive to the expressionism of puffy pearlescent clouds against a washed violet horizon, or catching sight of an undulating seagull against the rolling waves. That is until a pedestrian jumps out in front of me, or a cargo van slices in to park, at which moment my attention veers to the particulars of navigating this tight-knit urbanity. Bicycles are one of the most popular objects in Amsterdam, and its history has been intertwined with the city since the 1960s, when the burgeoning municipality began to be overwhelmed by the damage done by automobiles. Pressure from diverse activists and inhabitants led local governance to give priority to two-wheelers, changing forever how the city looked and functioned. Heavy car restrictions and a network of bicycle-safe paths mean that over 847,000 bicycles transport about 1 million residents and countless travelers through the horseshoe-shaped metropolis. Today, I am one of them, negotiating Amsterdam's narrow bridges and uneven cobblestones. Bicycle tracks in Amsterdam aren't simply carved out lanes alongside other vehicles. They are specifically built to avoid accidents, relieve congestion, and easily conduct people to places they want and need to go: park, school, hospital, stadium. There's nowhere you cannot reach on your two wheels in and immediately around the city. In addition, numerous cycle trails are wide, nicely paved, and contain no sharp turns or side obstacles. Some pedal roads are even designed to prevent them from being wind tunnels. I've never considered cycling in urbanscapes, preferring the proficiency of public transportation, but here in Amsterdam, I'm enjoying the ride from the comfort of my Omafiets. I'm not hunched over my handlebars or fiddling with gear changes, and my ability to perceive more of Amsterdam seems enhanced on the back of a bike. Bluish-purple baubles floating above the water catch my peripheral vision. I find a spot among a bank of chained cycles to get a better look. It must be either magic or an art installation taking advantage of the dusky fog. Something like paper lanterns or illuminated feathers pulse and change colors. As I watch, the evening cold tickles the back of my neck. Amsterdam floats by me in an incessant trickle of purring boats, tinkling bells, and bundled ramblers. Lamps twinkle from the large glazed windows of gingerbread houses and dance upon the darkened water. I often find it's these unscripted moments that remain with me. I've forgotten now where exactly I meant to be heading, and it doesn't seem important. Pedal pushing around Amsterdam provides me these strange, unasked for flashes, like a Bruegel painting. blue metal ribbons twining themselves around a tiny secret courtyard garden, Vermeer's milkmaid plastered on an electric box, a couch lowering itself from a garret window, pencil-thin buildings lurching against one another like drunken teens. The city never quite meets my expectations, but always manages to surprise me with offbeat vignettes. Perhaps I shall encounter someone dressed as a frog sailing along the channel, or be astounded by a field of tulips springing up from the paved confines of Dam Square, or do a double take at red unicorns dancing on a roof. Even the way locals whir by on their metal frames is unexpected. There is no stuttering of chains or clanking of pedals as they swing confidently from street to street. With straight backs and heads held high, they convoy their youngsters to school or convey their groceries home with poise and fluidity. There is little in the city to terrify their progress. They rule Amsterdam in a manner that is astonishing and a little intimidating. Yet even though I am a mediocre, solitary cyclist here, I don't feel out of place. Instead, I am inspired by the creativity and artistry of the capital's bicycle culture. It is a means of moving through the world, a dance of communication, a duet between human and machine that requires both collective cooperation and spatial practice. Amsterdam has always had a contentious relationship with decadence and peculiarity, grappling between the chaste and the profane, between freedom and restriction. Not for nothing all those 17th century starched collars wanted their portraits displaying the profits of their trade. Not for nothing so many of Van Gogh's psychedelic paintings are housed in this city. There is a fantastical nature to Amsterdam that is inescapable even to sober bicycle-riding explorers that makes one wonder, was it real or just a dream?